Welcome back to Briar Patch 22 and Life in the Country. We're more than just pew pews and bang bangs out here. We do some canning and other things around here. Today I am learning to can green beans. My mom is supervising me in the background. You won't, well, you shouldn't hear, but you never know. I may do something wrong. All right, so we've got our green beans cleaned, cut, and checked out for all the bad spots. We don't want any bad spots in the beans. If you have bad spots in the beans and you can them, it can cause that quart to go bad. So now we're set up and ready to go. We're going to start stuffing the jars. We're doing pint jars here. Got different shapes and sizes. You want to fill each jar up as much as you can get in it. And you think, oh, it's full. No, it's not full yet. You have to cram it down in there or you'll have a whole bunch of water at the bottom of it at the end of the canning process. So you want to pack it full. You think it's full. You want to take it, mash it down as much as you can so that you don't have a whole bunch of water at the end. Then once you have that jar full, you come over here to the stove where you have a pot of hot water going. Scoop out some water. Pour it over the beans until it gets filled to the top. Then, once it gets filled to the top, you take your lid out of a bowl of hot water. It's not that hot for me. Put your lid on. Take your ring. And screw it down. Doesn't have to be real tight, just a little snug. We're going to do this process till all of these are full, and then we'll start putting them in the pressure cooker. All right. So you get them in there, mash it down, a little bit more in there, mash it down. All right. Come back over here, get more water, pour it over the top. Now, if you're doing quart jars, you're probably going to have to pour more than once. I'm getting lucky with these pint jars. Come over here, get your lid where there's a green bean at. It's in hot water. We'll throw it in there. It'll be okay. Put the lid on, get a wide mouth ring, snug it down, and just continue the process to the next jar. Mash it down in there. Got more room. Grab another little handful, put those in there, mash it down. Come over here, get your water. That's not quite boiling, but it's still very hot. Fill the jar up to the top. Pour your excess back in the pot. Grab another wide mouth lid. Put it on top. Another ring. All right, let's move some jars around here. And if anybody has questions about me being barehanded, I'm a firm believer of hand washing. Wash your hands. I know some people are nasty, but wash your hands. I do. Soap and water. It's a marvelous thing. All right. Got that one good and full. Where get your water. Up to the top. Another lid. And just so you know, this hot water for the lids, when we first put it in there, was boiling hot. It has cooled off enough so I can at least put my fingers in there. So, snug it down. Let's move some jars around here. Next jar. And if you're wondering why I'm doing such small jars, I drive a truck for a living. I'm gone through the week. So the pint jars are just fine for my wife and my mom, for the two of them. They don't need to open up a whole quart jar when it's just the two of them. All right, come over here and get some more water. Another lid, another ring, and the process continues. For anybody that's curious about canning, research it. It's not difficult. It is time consuming, but it's well worth it in the money you save versus going to the grocery store. We went to the Amish yesterday. They have a produce market in Tellico Plains, Tennessee, where the price you see on the sticker is the price you pay, and it's almost always way cheaper than what you're going to see at the grocery store. We spent about $215, $17 yesterday on produce and vegetables, jams and jellies, salsa. We could not have spent that much and got half of what we got yesterday if we went to a regular grocery store. So it's really worth the drive and the time and the money you're going to save going to an Amish produce market if you have Amish close to you. Helps them out, helps you out by saving you money, and it's a lot better. It's all organic. They don't use pesticides or anything like that. It's all natural. I know some people are worried about what goes on their food while it's growing, and I completely understand that. Some Amish communities will sell livestock. If you want to buy beef or pork or lamb, there's certain communities that they focus on that and they trade within their communities. A little bit more water in that one. Here we go. That's my last wide mouth. Now, if you don't buy your rings and lids brand new, you should always buy the lids brand new. They do have some out there that are supposed to be reusable. We found that they're not as dependable when it comes to sealing. And you've wasted a jar of produce, a jar of beans, or whatever you're canning. You can can meat. You can do sausage. I know some friends that they can sausage every year. It's really good stuff. I never thought about canned sausage before, but it is really good. Pack it down there. A little more in there. So. All right, let's fill this one up. We're going to have to get a second scoop. My pot's getting low on water. All right. And we've got all these lids and rings on them. We've got the pressure cooker in the background behind me, boiling and ready to go. We got to put the jars in there and get them going. Let me get the camera moved around here for you. Let me get this moved around here for you. My mother's camera shy. She doesn't want to be on camera. Okay, so there's the pressure cooker. Now, we take these, set them in the pressure cooker. You put 2 quarts of water in here to get it all going. Quart jars are a little bit bigger, so you can't fit quite as many in there. The pint jars, you can fit more in there. So, as you can see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 jars in here. The 2 quarts of water in the bottom. Your pressure cooker lid will have a marking on it right here engraved into it with a little arrow. You line it up with this arrow here, get it on there, twist it, lock it down. Then you wait for steam to come out steadily out of this spout. Once it does that, we will take our regulator here. They come with weights. So you can go 5, this will be 5, add this, and that'll be 10. And you can add another one and make it 15 pounds. That's what regulates the pressure. And as steam starts going, and it starts coming out there regularly, and it's starting to come out now, as you can see. Once it starts coming out regularly, we will put this on there and let it build up pressure. Once it builds up pressure, there's a little pop-off valve right here that will pop up, and that will regulate the pressure. And then you wait for 20 minutes, and then once 20 minutes is off, you turn the eye off and let the pressure come down naturally. That takes a long process, longer than this video will be. So we've got steam coming out pretty good right now, so I'm going to go ahead and put the regulator on there. And once this starts rattling, we give it 20 minutes. We got to wait for this to start rattling. Once it starts rattling, you set the timer for 20 minutes and let it go. Thanks for watching. I'll put another video out here shortly of the rest of the process.